Hello, Moviesy Movers. Welcome to Moviesy Yoga with Kathy. Today happens to be October 15th, 2024, or it's whenever you're watching this video on YouTube. So for props for today, you'll need your trusty chair, and we're going to do some sideline poses. So whatever you use when you're lying on your side, whether it's a block to support your head or folded towel or folded blanket. Any other props that help you move, you're welcome to use, of course. The focus, we're going to do some core, some hip movements, and some leg movements. All good movements. So we're going to start the way we normally do. Bear with me for just a second here. I need to grab something. We're going to start the way we normally do with a static rest. Legs on a chair. They can also be up a wall. A quick review here. You want to make sure, especially if you have short thighs like I do, that the chair or box or whatever support you're using is low enough or high enough that your lower legs are parallel to the floor. Your hips are a few inches away, so you've got the natural curve in your back. We're going to be here for 7 minutes. So you want to just relax, breathe normally, and try to just be. So here we go. Hey, Diana, we're doing static rest. Okay, time's up. Now, if you choose, you can roll your tongue or press your tongue against the roof of your mouth. And we're going to slowly move our head from right to left about 6 times. Cervical rotation. Right. Okay, finish up. Now, the next thing we're going to do is vagus nerve reset. Now, what we're going to do is the optic nerve, but the new way to do it is to press your thumbnail with the thumb and forefinger of your opposite hand. Now you can try doing both at once if you choose, or just the optical way. That's the one I'm going to cue. So how you do this is your eyes are straight ahead, and without moving your head, you move your eyes to the right. We're trying to activate the vagus nerve that runs down the side of the skull. Give it a minute, wait for a reaction, sigh, swallow, gulp, yawn, feeling of release. And then eyes back to center, and then the same on the other side. So go ahead and start on the right-hand side. So starting with eyes straight ahead, move your eyes to the right. Wait for your reaction. I said you can also press your thumb nail if you choose at the same time, or you can just choose to press your thumbnail. It's up to you. Once you've given it a minute to get that reaction or not, sorry, eyes back to center, and then without moving your head, eyes to your left. Wait for some reaction, sigh, swallow, gulp, yawn, feeling of release. And then come back to center. You know, it's funny. We've been doing this for years, and it comes fairly easy to me now. Um, but right after my surgery, my dental surgery, I couldn't do it for like 2 weeks. And I think it's because my body was just all messed up from that surgery. And then just all of a sudden, after 2 weeks, I could start doing it again. So that has a lot to do with the whole nervous system. So anyway, go ahead and do this 2 more times on each side without my cueing, any way you wish. Thumbnail, optic nerve, both, whichever. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now, if you choose, you can replace whatever you have under your head with a set of therapy balls or a sponge ball, or you can leave your support, whatever works for you. So what we're doing here is we're going to be pushing our occipital ridge. That bony part between our ears runs along the scalp line away from the rest of our body. For anything like me, I'm always looking down at my devices, my phone, my computer, my tablet, and I'm looking down, and that's an unnatural way for your head to be. So we want to straighten that out. So if you do have a set of therapy balls, you want to make sure they're right at the occipital ridge. So what we're going to do is press the occipital ridge, in this case, towards the floor, hold it, and then release. We're going to do that about 6 times. You can do this sitting up. You can do it standing. Just because we're on the floor, we're going to press towards the floor. But if you're sitting up or standing, it's just press it away from the rest of your body. So here we go. Press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And excuse me, you may get a similar reaction to when you did the vagus nerve reset. We're still working on our vagus nerve here. Press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And last time, press, hold, and release. All right. Okay. Now, for our breathing exercise today, we're going to do square breathing, one of my favorites. It's a very simple form of controlled breathing. These breathing exercises are meant to also, along with the vagus nerve reset and all that, meant to relax our nervous system and relax our body, get us ready for movement. So square breathing is very simple. You inhale for 4, you hold for 4, you exhale for 4, and you hold for 4. We're going to do this 3 times in a row, slowly. So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Release. I use that technique when I can't sleep at night. It tends to help. Okay. The next thing we're doing is vacuum. You can leave your legs on your chair if you choose, or you can move away from whatever support you were using or your wall, or move the chair away from you. As far as the shape you take, it's whatever works for you. I find center pose, knees bent, feet flat, hip width apart works for me. That would be different for everyone. We're going to be working on pelvic floor. So if you want your legs extended, certainly whatever works for you. So what we're going to do is take a normal inhale and then exhale everything out of our lungs, empty our lungs. At the same time, we're going to press our pelvis, or actually the top of our pelvis, towards the floor, flattening our back. This tightens up the pelvic floor and creates a vacuum there. With our breath out and our back flat against the floor, we're going to hold that for the count of 10 and then release. So here we go. So inhale, exhale, empty your lungs, flatten your back, tilting your pelvis, pushing your belly button down, holding your breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute to get your breath back. If you've been doing this, it doesn't take that long. Okay, again, normal inhale through the nose and or mouth. And then exhale, empty your lungs. You can use both your nose and mouth if you choose. Hold your breath out, flatten your back, tilt your pelvis, create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. All right, good job. We're going to do this one more time. A normal inhale. You don't have to extend your inhale. Exhale everything out, empty your lungs. At the same time, flatten your back, tilt your pelvis just a little bit so your belly button comes closer to the floor. Hold your breath out. Hold it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. All right. Good job. Okay, come on up to sitting. Whichever way you choose. I choose the rollover method. We're going to do our regular stretches that we do. Okay. Starting with the side bend. This is a 40-second stretch. Let me find my timer. Here we go. Hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. You want to pretend that there's a line on your mat and your hand is even with your hips and you're leaning against a wall. So your body is in line. Now take your upper arm and lower it till it's parallel to the floor. Your elbow is right in front of your face and lean into that. This stretches your lats. It's a really good stretch. Oh, yeah. Arm up, torso up. Okay. Other side. Hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. Try to keep your body in alignment. It's harder for me to see my watch this way. Okay. Now lower that upper arm till it's parallel to the floor. The elbows right across from your face. Feel that stretch. I feel it all the way from my hip up to right under my arm. This is so good. Oh yeah. Okay. Arm up, torso up. Good job. Let's go ahead and switch over just for the heck of it. Ooh. We're going to do a thoracic back rotation now. So left hand on right knee, right hand is on your fingertips, spider fingers behind you, and rotate your shoulders, keeping your back straight. You want to always, when you're rotating, keep your back straight. No slouching when you're rotating. And your chin level. I was reading about rotations the other day, and yeah, I should never, ever slouch when you're rotating. Always have a straight back. And just breathe into it. Now we have options. You can move your head, you can move your rib cage. I prefer just breathing into it sometimes. Okay, come on forward. We're going to do the other side. So right hand on left knee, left arm, left hand, on your fingertips behind you. Rotate your shoulders to the short end of the mat, keeping that back straight, chin level. This is a very good cervical rotation opportunity. Make sure when you're doing this that you move slowly. I'm saying that to myself. All right. Come forward. Good job. Now, for the third movement in this triplet, I thought I'd try something different. I don't know if you're familiar with the boat pose. Terry was talking about it in her class the other day, Via. So we're gonna attempt it. I can't do a really good one, but it is good for the core. So this is how we start with sitting along the mat, sitting straight up on your hips. Now, if you're uncomfortable sitting this way, you can put a blanket or a folded towel under your hips. You can put folded towels or washcloths under your knees if you need that. So the first step is to just put your hands out, even to your legs, palms facing each other, and just lean back and go forward and lean back. Don't have to go very far, just to get the feeling. Just lean back and forward. This is also very good for the core. Okay. Good job. That's step one. Step two is your legs are bent. And you can also try the arm thing. This might be easier if your legs are bent to do the lean back and come forward and lean back and come forward because you've got more support here. But try it with your feet up, just your heels. on the mat and try holding it back like this. Now this is really working your core, so you don't have to hold it very long if you don't want to. But coming back, notice my back is still straight. I'm not slouching. This is also a Pilates move. We're very close to one. Now, here's the hard part, which I still can't do, but I will show you what I can do. So, technically, a boat pose is when both legs are in the air, straight up, and your arms are straight up. I can't do this straight up. Okay, I cannot do that. I'm just going to say that right now. So, you do what you can in yoga, and that's a goal for me right now. But what you want to do is see if you can raise your feet and extend them as far as you can. Now, this is a tough pose, and I get that. And if you don't want to lift your feet up, that's okay. You can do 1 foot at a time. But this is this is a really tough pose. And I know that. I just kind of popped in my head when I was putting the class together. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into side lying position. We're going to do some side lying moves. I have my trusty block here for support. Now, as far as side lying goes, whichever side lying position works for you. Now, we're going to do 3 different things on the side, and some of them might work better for you if your elbow is down, or I mean your shoulder is down, and you're supported on the brick or towel or whatever. Make sure if you're in this position that your head is level and that it's not drooping down or angled up, because you want to make sure that your body is in alignment. Some people prefer, if they are on their side, to be on their elbow for certain moves, and I may move from one to the other. Now, this one can be a harder one because we tend to slouch into it. So if you are up on your elbow doing something, make sure that you have space between your ear and your shoulder, that you're not slouching down into it, that you're supporting. You have a strong shoulder here. So just be aware of those things when you're on your side. In my in-person class, and we do side lying, I have to go around and kind of help people out with that. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to be down all the way. It's very simple. Extend legs. We're going to do leg raises. Always a good move. So legs are both straight. You can have your lower leg bent for more support if you choose. Just make sure that you are lined up. Shoulders, hips, ankles. Everything is lined up. And just bring your leg up. Droop your foot. And you don't need to bring it all the way up or as far as you can. Maybe a third of the way. When you feel your hips start to engage, you stop there. And then bring it back down. So you want to be aware of that. For some people, I've noticed, and you see this more in an in-person class, some people only go up to here, and that's fine. Everybody's got a different range. We're going to go up and come back down. Foot is drooped, as you notice. I'm not extending or pointing or angling. It's just kind of hanging out there. And down. And up. And down. Up. And down. Using our hip flexors. Using our core. Believe it or not, this is a core move. Up. And down. And one more. And up. and down. You want to be aware of where you're feeling, what you're working here. Okay, the next move. Actually, I like coming up to my elbow. You don't have to. For me, it's easier. We're going to do a quad stretch. So I'm going to bend my lower leg because it does offer more support and I won't fall over. So this is the movement. You come forward with your knee, and I use my arm to help. Come forward as far as is comfortable for you and slide your hand down. Now, if you need to, you can hold onto your pant leg or anywhere along your leg. And then pull your leg back, trying to keep the space here. And then we're stretching our quad by pulling on our foot or our pant leg or whatever part of our leg we can grab. This is a really good quad stretch. Plus, it loosens up the hip. So forward, you can help the forward motion with your arm. And then slide your hand down as far as is comfortable for you. And pull the leg back slowly. Try to bring your heel as close to your hip as you can. That creates the stretch in the front. Very good after you've been walking or running, because that upper thigh just gets a good stretch when you're back there like that. And then come forward again. Notice I'm moving really slow. Slide your hand down. And if it feels good to hold that stretch a little longer, then hey, go for it. Nothing wrong with that. And this is a good, my quads are always so tight. And laying in bed all day when you're sick doesn't help that. And one more. Forward with the knee. Bring it as far forward as is comfortable for you. And then slowly bring it back. Now your knee may be up in the air, and that's fine. Just move slowly. Try to keep it down if you can. And pull it back. Okay, good job. Let's shake that leg out a little bit. Okay, and the next one, I'm going to stay on my elbow. Again, you can be in whatever position you choose. Both legs are extended. Top leg is bent and in front of the other leg. If you have an issue with putting your leg in front, it hurts your hip, hurts your knee, you can have it in back. But in front's where we're going to get the most benefit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to raise that back leg up and down. And up and down. You'll notice I'm feeling it right. My hip flexor on the lower leg. Keep that knee pointed towards the ceiling if you can. And up and down. Working the hip flexors on this leg here. Up and down. My foot is relaxed. I'm not pointing. I'm not flexing. It's just relaxed. Up and down. Two more. Up and down. And up and down. All right. I think we've worked that enough. Let's go to the other side. I'm just going to switch over. You can just roll over. You choose. We're starting with leg raises. So I prefer being all the way down. Whatever works for you. And if it worked for you on that side, it may not work for you on this side. Our sides are different. So try a couple ways. See what might work for you. It's always good to experiment. Okay. So I'm now a reclining Buddha. So everything's aligned, shoulders, hips, ankles, everything's aligned. We're just going to raise the leg, droop the foot, and lower the leg. Raise, not very far. I feel my hip engage right around there. For some people, it could be here. For some people, it could be here. And then down, up, and then down, and up, and then down, and up, and then down, and up, and down. One more, up, and then down. Okay, I felt that one. All righty. The next movement is the quad stretch. I'm coming up on my elbow for that. Again, do what works for you. I just find this one works better for me. And remember about keeping the space between your ear and your shoulder. We don't want any of this. We want a lot of space here. So, pulling our knee forward gently. You may feel the stretch in your glute at this point. Sliding your hand down, you can hold on to your pant leg, your leotard leg, whatever. And now pulling that leg back as far as is comfortable and feeling that stretch in that quad. That is a good stretch. Oh, I could hold that forever. Okay, come forward again. And then down with the leg. Here we are. Yeah, it really gets to those quads. And two more. Knee forward. And back. Try to bring your heel to your hip. Don't have to, just that's kind of the target there. And did I say one more or two more? We're doing one more. Forward. This, using the arm like this helps you bring it forward. If you're using your hand, you're using your arm too much. This is much easier to do. That's why I do it that way. And then grab whatever part of your leg or clothing you can and just gently pull your leg back. Feel that stretch. Okay. Good job. Good job. All right. So the last one is lower leg is straight, upper leg is bent, either in front or behind. It's up to you, whatever works for you. And we're just going to raise that lower leg up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And one more. Up and down. Okay, good job. All right. How do your hips feel? We've been working them a little bit. Okay, we're going to do one more floor exercise before we stand. I'm looking for my pillow. We're going to be supine. Do some hip work here. Okay, so here we are, supine, knees bent, feet flat. We're going to do some bent knee leg lifts. Your feet are hip width apart. The bend in your knee is comfortable, whether it's out here, in here, it's comfortable for you. And we're just going to be raising one leg up to tabletop, keeping the bend in our knee, and then down again. And the other leg up and down. Now, very similar to what the movements we were doing before. We're working our hip flexors. We're actually working our core. Believe it or not, anytime you're on your back, moving your legs, you're working your core. Up and down and up and down. Just back and forth. Something you can do while you're watching TV, even on the couch, you know? This is not a bad move to do on the couch. I can do this and watch TV. I can do anything and watch TV. Just a couple more. Up and down and up and down. And this is so good for the hip flexors. And up and down. Okay, good job. What have I got next? Oh, yeah. Okay, and this is really good for this next thing is really good for the ball and joint socket in the thigh bone and the hip thigh bone, the thigh bone and the hip bone. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees up, put our hands on our knees. Our knees are apart. And we're going to draw circles with our knees. How big the circles are or how small they are is up to you. The bigger, the better. But if that's not comfortable for you, keep them small. So what we're doing is we are rotating the thigh bone in that ball and socket joint around and around. Pretend our knees are pencils and we're drawing circles on the ceiling. So this is really good for that connection, all the muscles and tendons surrounding it. You spend a lot of time sitting, or in my case, recently, a lot of time in bed. It just loosens things up, kind of lubricates that. Moving slowly, but now make your circles go the other way. Which for me, I have to think about what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. So together and then apart, and then together and apart. This feels so good. So the more you move your joints, the better they feel. I'm learning that. Okay, have we done enough of this? Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a rest for just a minute. Because the next thing we're going to do is called Happy Child Rocking. And this is actually, oh, I don't need a pillow for this. This is actually good for not only the joints, but a little massage for the back, kind of like what we do at the end of class. So let's go back to the position we had, knees, hands on knees, knees apart. And we're going to roll from one side to the other. Happy child rocking. Go slowly. Feel that massage on your back, though. The back organs, the hips. Shoulders. It's kind of a fun, relaxing pose. Again, moving slowly or at whatever pace, is good for you. I like this one. It's like getting a mini massage. Now, if you want to coordinate your breath with this, and I found myself doing this more and more, the way I do it is I exhale when I'm on the side, inhale as I'm moving, and then exhale. Or you could do it the opposite way. You can inhale while you're on your side, exhale while you're moving, inhale. I find that when I coordinate breath, it helps with the movement. Okay. All right. Have we had enough of that? Yeah. Let's go ahead and stand up. We're going to do some wall stuff, or standing at the wall stuff, I should say. I got to move my screen. There we go. Okay. Here we are at the wall or doorway. Oh, that reminds me, I was watching a video the other day of people trying to do handstands, and they had a couple. She was doing it against the wall. He was doing it against the doorway, but the door was open. And he fell right through. It was hilarious. Anyway, we're going to do a back bend at the wall. This is a 40-second hold. So you want to start with good posture at the wall. So I'm maybe 4 or 5 inches from the wall. My knees are above my ankles. My hips are above my knees. My shoulders are above my hips. Head is level. Shoulders are relaxed. That's how we start. And then hands up, elbows close to the head as possible, and fingers on the wall. Now, if you see from the side, my chest is expanded, my hips are not. So we're going to hold this for 40 seconds, maybe a little less. This is a really good upper back bend, similar to the thoracic rotation that we did at the beginning. Just breathe your way through it. The closer your elbows are to your head, the more stretch you're getting. If you're having shoulder issues, your elbows are going to be apart. And come on down. Okay. Now we're going to do a spine twist at the wall. Okay. So starting on the right foot forward, left foot back, elbows at your waist, hands up, rotate Put your hands on the wall. And here we are. This is another rotation for the upper back. Again, similar to what we did at the beginning. Here we are. Okay. Other side. Left foot forward, right foot back, elbows at waist, palms up. Rotate, palms on wall. I try to make sure my hands are even if I can. Another rotation. So you want to make sure your back is straight. You're not slouching. Your head is not looking down. Chin level to the floor. You can look right and left. A cervical rotation if you choose. I don't recommend looking up and down. And there we go. Okay. Let me check my time. We have a few minutes. Okay, we're going to do something else that I know you love to do, and that's the march. We love that march, the knee march. I know you love it. Don't lie to me. I know you do. We're going to do this for 1 minute, so pace yourself. Let me get my 1 minute timer. Here we go. Hang on to the wall or something and go as slow as you choose. You don't have to knock yourself out. Just be steady, consistent. Yeah, just take your time. It's not a race. It's more of a slow stretch, working the muscles. Again, and I've said this before, when you're moving like this, you want to be able to carry on a conversation with someone. You don't want to be out of breath. That's anaerobic. That means you're expending more and you're not getting the benefit. So there's no need, you don't need to even keep up with me. You can go super slow if you want. Super slow. But see, that minute was already up. And we're done. Okay. Back to the mat for just a minute. In fact, no, I think that was the end of my routine. So get ready for Yoga Nidra. Make sure that you're in a comfortable position and you're either warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. Our weather changed. Yesterday it was sunny and in the 70s. Now it's raining. So wrap yourself in a blanket if you need to. Cover your eyes. Just make sure that you're comfortable. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. It works deeply on your nervous system to balance your subtle energies and increase your mental harmony. Helps you to sharpen your concentration and shift your attention inward. I will guide you to systematically move your attention through internal points as I mention them. Allow your awareness to flow to these points without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above your head. Stretch one side, then the other. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, then the other. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for your support. And release it. Straighten that leg out. And take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee. I appreciate you. Straighten that leg out. Now bring both knees in and slowly rock back and forth. Again, feeling that massage like we did before on your back organs. Oh, yeah. When you're ready, go ahead and lean to one side using your lower arm as support. We're going to take our gratitude minute here. Just take a minute, rest. You did good work today. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. It's always nice to start the day with a grateful heart. I'm grateful for you guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. I'm grateful I can move. That's always a good thing. Okay, if you want, you can come on up to sitting. Gonna remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself for namaste. Hands at your heart. I want to thank you for joining me today. You know, better late than never. So, and I want you to have a joyous, free, and happy day today and rest of the week. So let's end the class by saying to each other, namaste, namaste.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thanks, Kathy.
Hold on.